sun rose over the sprawling Colosseum, casting golden light on the bustling arena below. A young man named Marcus strode through the gates, his armor gleaming under the early morning rays. He was a gladiator, trained in the art of combat, his life dedicated to entertaining the Roman crowds. The air was thick with anticipation as spectators filled the stands, their voices echoing through the ancient stone. Marcus paused at the entrance to the keep, where his fellow gladiators shared stories and scars from previous battles. He remembered his first fight, how he had felt the surge of adrenaline and the roar of the crowd. Today, like every day, his routine began with rigorous training in the palestra, honing his skills with sword and shield. The trainers, clad in tunics stained with sweat, shouted commands to improve their technique. Marcus practiced his strikes on a wooden dummy, imagining his opponent's fierce face before him. After training, he was inspected by the lanista, the master of the gladiators, who checked for injuries and readiness. Once cleared, Marcus donned his armor, each piece heavy but vital for survival in the arena. He fastened his belt, adorned with a small gilded bust of Mars, the god of war, seeking his favor. Breakfast consisted of bread, porridge, and watered wine, sustenance for the brutal day ahead. He shared a glance with his fellow fighters, knowing that each might be their last day alive. As the doors opened, Marcus strode into the arena, the sunlight glaring off the sand and steel. The crowd's cheers became a deafening roar, their anticipation palpable in the breeze. He faced his opponent, a burly barbarian with scars of his own, ready for combat. The signal was given, and the fight erupted with clashing swords and shouted commands. Marcus moved swiftly, defending himself as the barbarian lunged forward with deadly intent. Blood spilled onto the sand as they exchanged blows, each seeking victory or escape. In the midst of the chaos, Marcus remembered his family back in Rome, hoping they watched this day. He fought with the strength of a lion, every muscle straining under the weight of combat. Soon, the barbarian faltered, his sword slipping from grasp in exhaustion. The crowd's roar turned into a wave of applause and cheers for the victorious gladiator. Marcus bowed briefly to his opponent, showing respect for the fierce fight they had shared. His heartbeat slowed as he awaited the decision from the editor, the official arbiter of life and death. With a signal from the editor, Marcus was declared the winner, and the crowd cheered louder. He removed his helmet, sweat pouring down his face, and exited the arena to applause. Back in the gladiators' barracks, he drank water and wiped the dust from his body. Fellow fighters congratulated him, their faces bruised but proud of their endurance. The lanista came to inspect the day's remains, noting who was fit for another fight and who was not. As evening approached, Marcus reflected on the day's brutal combat, feeling both exhaustion and pride. He knew tomorrow could bring another battle in the arena, where death lurked. Later, he joined his fellow gladiators in the common area, sharing stories of past glories and scars. They spoke of heroes from Rome's history, like Spartacus and Crixus, inspiring their courage. One old gladiator recounted a story of surviving a savage fight with a fierce beast, his eyes gleaming. Night fell over the city, but in the Colosseum, the sounds of preparation for another day echoed. Marcus sat by a small fire, pondering the brutal but honored life of a gladiator in ancient Rome. He thought of the Senate's grand debates and the emperor's watchful eye, ruling over all. Despite the violence, he remembered the admiration of the crowd and the glory that came with victory. In his heart, Marcus knew that every day in the arena could be his last, yet he faced it bravely. His life was a testament to Rome's values of strength, courage, and resilience under the eternal sun. As dawn approached again, he prepared to do it all over, fighting for survival and honor amid history.